Hello everyone, Brynosaurus-rex here, and welcome back to Nekojishi. So we just got to the third day, and I just woke up, so I'm gonna get right into it, and hope you guys enjoy. When I wake up the next day, I feel a similar warmth next to me. Looks like the same big cat is sleeping next to me. I'm glad they didn't make a drama over it last night. It's about time for me to leave, so I get up out of bed and get ready to go to class. Liao, wait a minute. You need to wear more. It's chilly outside today. What? Nah, it's not necessary. I'll be fine with what I had on yesterday. It is necessary. You went out past noon yesterday. It is much colder this morning. Well, I don't have to. Even Senpai is wearing even less than me. Yeah, Liao's right. We're young. We can handle the cold. Huh? Who cares about that kitten? Even with the power of a guardian tiger, he'd still catch a cold. But you're different from him. You're under my protection. Don't call me a kitten! Well, you're still with me, right? Even if I may be able to protect you from catching a cold, but I can't make your body stronger. Liao, you're a good kid, but a few more garments won't hurt. Jeez, you don't need to treat me like a kid. Fine, I'll put something on. I can't argue with him, so I end up putting on a thick coat over what I was going to wear. Even though I don't think it's necessary, the fur inside the coat makes me feel warm. I can already tell I'll be hot after walking in it for a while. Okay, I'm heading out now. I grab my backpack and open the door. As you could guess, all three of the big cats follow suit. Oh boy. Oh, back in class. Once I made it to the class, I sat down and things got started. At least the tiger and leopard haven't gotten into any fights so far today. Maybe my harsh words yesterday got through to them. The guardian tiger is sitting in the corner looking grumpy. Yep, he may not be happy about it, but he's not planning a flight. The clouded leopard sits next to me and fully concentrates on teacher's lectures. He's taking it more seriously than Senpai, who's just absorbed on his phone. I'm sure he wouldn't understand the lectures, so why is he paying attention? Maybe he's trying to learn something from Mandarin from the lesson. That's not good. This is college level stuff. The words the teacher uses are way too advanced. I hope he's not learning some strange words from this. During the lunch break, we head to the cafeteria. Even though Senpai is pushing for me for lunch at the restaurant, I promised to get Guardian Tiger a hamburger today. Back to hamburger Senpai, are we? I know some fancy... excuse me. I know some super fancy restaurants with hamburger near the college, though. Those are way too expensive. I'm a poor student here, you know? But eating at the cafeteria isn't romantic at all. He's still on that. I don't want anything romantic. Dining at fancy restaurants every day is pretty weird to me. I mean, you know I'm not interested in anywhere fancy. I just want to go spend time with you somewhere nice. But at least just once, have a date with me. No. Leo, you're bullying me again. How am I even bullying you? Ignoring Senpai's complaints, I go and buy 2 hamburgers. Stares at the hamburger. Nice. So this is a hamburger. Was I just seeing things, or are their eyes glinting with desire? The tiger grabs the burger with his giant paws, the palms of which almost cover the whole thing. Then, in a single movement, he finishes the whole thing in one bite. Not bad. It works well with the bread even though there's not much meat in it. The guardian tiger licks his claws. It kinda looks scary. I look back at the table just to find the whole burger sitting there. The hamburger's still here. Well, as I said yesterday, gods only consume the chi within a food sacrifice. They don't actually eat the food, so this one is for you, Liao. So, Guardian Tiger just ate the chi inside the hamburger? I guess it makes no difference to me. Even with Senpai's explanation, it's still hard to believe that burger just got split in 2. That was only one burger, though. Is that even enough for you, Tiger? Even though I'm worrying about him, I also couldn't eat any more myself. And the other one is for the leopard. Buying any more isn't feasible. Don't worry about it. I just want to know how it tasted. I wasn't hungry at all. Even if I were, you wouldn't be able to eat anymore, would you now? Yeah, pretty much. Though if you want to give me another hamburger, you can give me that one the average one has. Just as he says that, the leopard grabs the burger in a hurry, ready to eat it at a moment's notice. The leopard sneers right at Guardian Tiger. Tiger returns a contemptuous stare aimed straight at him. It seems like a fight could break out at any moment. That's enough. I'll get you hamburgers tomorrow as well if you want them so much. I interrupt them in an effort to avoid a fight. It seems to go over well enough, but in the end it isn't really the burgers they want or what. After class I showed up with Senpai at dance club. As you could guess, us coming together caused an uproar. Now everyone's heard the rumor of me and Senpai being in love. I told Senpai to deny it and to keep his distance for both our sakes. It took a bit of work though. He wouldn't agree until I threatened to kick him out. Thank God he did though. I could finally talk with my clubmates. Even then, I'm still asked about my relationship with Senpai. So, aren't you and Tsuchi Senpai in love? Well, that's what Tsuchi Senpai wants you to think. But for Tsuchi to admit publicly that he loves someone, first time I've seen that. I just don't get the feeling that's a joke, you know? It's okay if you two are in love though. The only thing that's true is that we're not a thing. I don't have to deny it any more than that, right? Well, I still think it's suspicious. Why have you been Why have you two been so close together then? Ugh, I told you it's all Senpai who. Being questioned like this, I can't focus on practice. I decided to take a break. I sit at the corner of a veranda and pretend I'm exhausted. Liao, would you like me to go beat that kitten for you? Oh my god! That is so wrong! But ultimately hilarious. Why? No thanks. It doesn't matter that much, even if he's being annoying. That and I don't want to see them fight each other. I don't even want to think about what would happen if they got into a fight here. I look away and try to stop thinking about it. I look at the leopard. He's really into watching the club members dance. He's even moving his hands and fingers, imitating the movements. I figured he'd pay attention in class to learn Mandarin, but why would he want to learn how to dance? I end up sitting in the corner watching other club members dance till the end of practice. Oops, sorry. I keep opening the log. I don't even know how I'm doing that. When the club leader announces that we are free to go, everyone grabs their belongings and starts heading home, as do I. But suddenly Senpai comes up to me. Why? Oh, it's when I keep flicking the mouse. My bad. Hey, Liao, let's go home together. Senpai, I told you not to talk to me during practice, didn't I? Hey, that doesn't count now that it's over, right? You know how suspicious it looks if we're together like this. Why does being suspicious matter if we really are together? The Guardian Tiger sends a fierce glare Senpai's way. Oh my gosh. Just kidding. Well, might as well go with you, Liao. It's simply just too much of a burden to open the door just for me, you know? Actually, no, I don't know. It's simply just too easy for me to open the door for you. It's okay to go home together. Senpai. As much as I want to refuse him, I also don't feel right laying his hopes down all the time. Eventually, I ended up going home together with Senpai. Finally, thanks to the help of the 3 big cats, I made it through a chaotic week. Even with all the drama they caused to begin with, after a few days everything has calmed down. For now, little by little, I'm getting used to being surrounded by them. Even so, all I want to do is take a good long break this weekend, but my serenity doesn't last long. Liao, will you go shopping with me? Oh, that's new. Liao, this weekend is a good opportunity to go to the appliance store and even the bookstore. I'd like to see how far technology's progressed. You care to show me? Keep me company. Even just after waking up, these 3 are already arguing, and each of them wants me to stay with them. Wait, why is this leopard so involved in this? He wants me to go with them and he hasn't even told me his plans at all. He probably doesn't know where he wants to go, but he doesn't want to give up his chance to spend time with me. The other 2 are hard to refuse too, though I'd prefer to stay home and get some rest. I have no plans for today otherwise. So what should I do? Alright, who do you want to hang out with? Go hang out with Tiger, go somewhere with Mr. Leopard, go shopping with Senpai. So I'm going to take a different route even though I really want to go shopping with Senpai. I'm going to go hang out with Tiger this time. If I have to choose, I'd like to spend time with the Tiger. Aw, fine. I'll let you have some time with him today, but Liao has to go out with me tomorrow. Keep me company. Senpai clenches his fists, and Leopard sends me a piercing glare. Why does this stuff always end up being so complicated? Just ignore these losers, or should I say lost kittens. Who the hell's a lost kitten? I don't see any kittens here. Anyway, Guardian Tiger, what kind of appliance store would you like to go to? A store of plenty of devices. I'd like to see something amazing as a laptop or as wonderful as a smartphone. I wonder if he could use one. Or does he have to be in a physical body? I don't know. You see, your computers used to amaze me, but when I see your smartphone, I cannot begin to imagine the possibilities. Could anything else be so convenient? You're totally old school. It's quite normal for me to not understand technology. After all, I'm not a human being. Well, going to an appliance store wouldn't make much sense. You wouldn't even find a laptop there. Then where would one find some? Well, I have some ideas. Anyway, let's get going. Ooh. Though it's pretty far away from home, I catch a bus with Guardian Tiger and go to the department store. There's a supermarket, a bookstore, several special goods stores, and a food court here. I should definitely go to the food court to get something good later. What's this? Is this an appliance store? He asks a question just as we walk inside the department store. We're surrounded by clothes and expensive bags. There's clearly no appliances in sight. Not quite. This is a department store. There are places here which sell appliances, smartphones, laptops, and heaps of electronics. It's convenient. Department store? Well, I've heard of them before. So what does a department store looks like? Well, department stores don't all look the same. Anyway, let's go to the supermarket. As we get into the supermarket, we see lots of goods and produce on sale. The tiger wanders around intrigued. All this is very similar to the sacrifices I receive. It's quite the display. The Guardian Tiger points towards a pile of bulk goods. But the presentation is lacking. Piling them up like them makes you look cheap. That's because they're bulk packs. Even if there's a lot, they're still expensive. It's not that I'm questioning the generosity of my worshippers. It just seems odd to me, I'll have you know. The Guardian Tiger tilts his head in thought. When we get around to the electronics section, he's clearly engrossed by the devices laid out before him. So, these are all the laptops? He begins to go around and inspect all the different laptops and tablets. You can even see some of the newish convertible laptops on display. To be honest, I'm not fully up to date on computers, so I can go and try them out with him. Every now and then, Tiger goes and picks up a laptop for a closer look. Even when I see the computer in his hand, it's also still on the table. Tiger, I wanted to ask you this before. So, since you're holding that laptop right now, can you use it? Oh, using the laptop? Impossible. I can only touch the chi inside of an object. I can't affect the current or whatever's inside it. If I had to, I could use my powers to turn on the power switch. Even then, I still wouldn't be able to use it. What do you mean by powers? Well, it is possible to move objects. There isn't that much precision, meaning typing would be difficult. Manipulating a smartphone is beyond me. I have no idea how to use that touchscreen thing that people refer to. I'm not that great with this stuff, but I sort of remember touchscreens work off static electricity or something similar, I think. But that explains why he can't use them. So, if you could touch the keyboard, at the very least you can move a mouse, right? So with that, couldn't you use a computer anyway? Indeed, but since I can't talk to you, asking you to do my bidding directly is much easier, is it not? So you don't want to try it out by yourself? Using a computer? I don't really care for it. A smartphone, on the other hand, I would, but I can't. It's exhausting to use my powers just to operate a computer. It's not worth the hassle. So your reason is just because you get too tired? Simply put, yes. But if you can't use them anyway... The Tiger is currently comparing the differences between two tablets. If you can't use them, why are you making an effort to study them? It's to see how people communicate in this age. You're always messaging on your smartphone, a kitten especially. I have no idea what it is that they do all day long. That's true. So does looking at us using our phones help at all? I don't know. I usually can't make sense of it. But looking at all the technology here, I'm curious. What's the difference between each one? Well, let's see here. I try to explain the specifics to him as best I can, but it's not really enough of a techie to explain all the details. I basically just end up repeating the information on the product cards. As you can expect, it doesn't help him much because he's already read them. Eventually, I just explained to him that they're machines and people communicate using software downloaded on them. Oh, so it's software on the phone. Alright, let me see the contents of your phone. Can I refuse your request? Ah! Whatever you have to hide, it doesn't matter. After all, I've seen everything to begin with. Oh my gosh. I didn't know about it before. It's really embarrassing stuff on there, you know. If you could do this to me, it'd just be like a parent checking their kid's diary. How shameful of you. Oh, calling him out like that, huh? What's there to be shameful of? Well, fine. Just tell me the operating procedures of the software. Let me think for a second. If I use my phone, he'll probably be able to see some of my chat history. Maybe if I can distract him. Wait, we're in the smartphone section. There's literally dozens of phones to use here. I mentally congratulate myself for my ingenious plan and go to a display model for my demonstration. Firstly, did you know smartphones generally have one of two types of operating systems? Each type can run different software from the other. Let me show you. In the process of introducing him to the operating machines of different In the process of introducing him to operating systems of various phones, I also walk him through some of the basic software. Though I regularly use all this stuff, all the information is new to the Tiger, who totally didn't understand how it works until now. We end up trying lots of phones. A clerk notices me and comes over to introduce some products. Since we're not there to buy anything, I have to decline their help and leave. Though the Tiger wants to say he probably understands I can't talk to him with the clerk watching us. For me, it's a good opportunity to change the subject. I'm relieved when I take us to the appliance section. Thank God I don't have to explain it anymore. Fortunately, the Guardian Tiger drops the phone topic for now and focuses on all the appliances around him. You can tell he enjoys just looking around here. He ends up asking me which each one's for when he recognizes it from back home. I end up having to explain kettles, heaters, and even air multiplier fans. Luckily, I already know enough about all this stuff. I swear, he's like a kid himself, so him calling Senpai a hypocrite is not... Yeah, I totally screwed up that sentence. Him calling Senpai a kitten is very hypocritical of him. There we go. What is this cylinder-shaped container for? It's called a water boiler. It heats up and boils water. Once the water boils, it turns off. What is this? It appears to have lots of light bulbs. That's a heater. The lights produce heat when turned on. It's able to keep a room warm even when it's cold outside. It's useful in winter, but I can't afford the electricity to run one. I agree, it sounds very useful. With this, you wouldn't catch a cold, would you, Liao? No need to worry about me. I have enough clothes to keep me warm. I understand. What is this strange circle for? This is, well, it's called an air multiplier fan. I don't really understand how it works, sadly. A fan? What principle lets it produce wind without blades? I don't quite know. It pushes wind inside the ring to produce wind, I think. They don't need to be round either, so that one's a rectangle. Honestly, I don't think it's much better than a normal fan. How amazing. How about this one? Honestly, I thought he'd be more surprised to find out it was a fan. That's an induction cooktop. Oh my gosh, the art on this. It's so good. Cooktop? So you're telling me you can cook with this? I know it looks really different from a gas stove, but yes, you can cook with it. It's driven by electricity, so you don't need fuel, and it can be much smaller. You see, if I put a pot on one of the circles, it heats up. The Tiger moves around to look at the induction cooker from a variety of angles. His face shows intrigue. Say, could you do a stir fry on this? That one probably can't. You could boil some food though. Really, I don't know if I could do a stir fry or not. It looks like I've used one before. Maybe, it might be possible. So, if it is only able to boil food, why not just use a gas stove? Because gas ones are inconvenient to use. For example, I don't have a kitchen in my dorm, but I can have a hot pot at home with the stove as long as the meat and vegetables are prepared. Therefore, it's more convenient. Have a hot pot at home. The Guardian Tiger nods his head in agreement. Let's buy one. It's expensive. Life goals. Alright? Very expensive. Really? Let me take a look. It's quite acceptable. As you can see, it's cheaper than all those smartphones. Of course it would be. But smartphones are so tiny. Typically, the smaller something is, the more expensive it is. I mean, not everything is like that, but you get the idea. Still, I don't want to buy that. Don't you like Hot Pots, Liao? That's not what I mean. Wait, it doesn't even matter to you. Even if I made a Hot Pot, you couldn't eat it. As long as you present one as a sacrifice to me, I'd eat it. I've never had a Hot Pot before. That doesn't mean I need to cook it for you. Wait, how do you know what a Hot Pot is if you've never seen one before, Your family had it for dinner sometimes. I've been eager to taste one for myself for a very long time. So you saw it back at home? Yeah, I can believe that. Why not eat it back when we had it for dinner? If it's not provided as a sacrifice to me, I can't eat it. A god wouldn't be fighting the humans for food. Well, people wouldn't notice you just consume the chi anyway, so there's no need for a distinction. That's not the problem. Gods won't consume food that isn't provided as a sacrifice. Otherwise, we'd be no better than beggars. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I know, Liao, I'm not mad, but I believe you need to have more respect for the gods. So remember not to tell that to another god. Got it? Yes, we'll keep that in mind. I'm very sorry. Glad to hear. Since you're such a good boy, how about you buy that induction cooktop for me as an apology? Oh my god, needy. Well, I can't. My budget is tight this month. It's fine, I was just kidding. Anyway, what's next? The guardian tiger stops scolding me and moves on to the next appliance. I said something I shouldn't have. I messed up. Even though I didn't understand everything about how gods consume food, what I said was totally brainless. I'm a child from Jitong family. How can I not show some basic respect for him? Feeling guilty, I look at other appliances of the tiger. I need to make it up to him sometime. Are we gonna go back and buy a, what is it called? I literally just read it a dozen times. A cooktop or whatever. Are we gonna buy that for him? I hope so. Eventually, we see all the products on the first floor. We go to the second floor where I have the chance to get some groceries. It's surprising to see so many snacks here. I don't recognize many of these. Indeed, some snacks are usually presented to gods as sacrifice. I'll get you what you want. Any that interests you? These kinds of snacks don't really interest me, but it's a good opportunity to get him some as an apology. If that's the case, I'm not familiar with most of these. I want this one and that. Isn't that a bit much? It's okay if you don't wish to purchase so many, Liao. I'm just curious about their flavors. I just want to buy him something as an apology. I'd be embarrassed not to do so. Even with my limited budget this month, I decided to buy snacks for him. I grab the snacks he wants off the shelves and put them in my trolley as he goes around asking for more. Liao, is this a pancake? Oh, look at these egg rolls. Hey, Liao, they got some free samples of beef jerky here. I put more snacks that he wants in the trolley without protest. They even have pudding here? Oh, look at these frozen steam buns. How do you afford all these? So these are chicken nuggets? I decided not to get the frozen buns and grab the pudding instead. Even if the tiger seems disappointed, I don't have the microwave at home. This way. Hey, Liao, look, there's some freshly made fried chicken. This area is cooked food ready for lunches, so it doesn't surprise me. They prepared foods in supermarkets isn't that good anyway. Really? What a pity. The guardian tiger seems disappointed. I prefer to eat downstairs in the food court anyway. That and I've already spent loads of money on snacks. How about we get fried chicken for dinner? Okay. Did he kick something? I'm confused. As I just agreed to go out for dinner, there goes my budget for this week. Afterwards, we had dinner in the department store. I can't believe how much money I spent today. Senpai is surprised when I ask him to help with the snacks I got at Guardian Tiger. Oh joy. I refuse to eat his food. It's gross. Why? It's no different to you. You said it yourself. It's exactly the same to an ordinary person. I'm not an ordinary person. I'm also a god. For me, eating food consumed by another god is like having food covered in someone else's saliva. No way. Saliva. How rude of you. Regardless, I'm not eating that. If I asked you to eat food I already started, you wouldn't do it, right? Indeed. I remember now, back in the cafeteria, Tiger and Leopard refused to share food as well. So if that's the case, damn it, I assumed Senpai would help me out. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to let that tiger get so much. What should I do? Will I just have to live on these snacks until I finish them? Oh boy. Sunday. I hope I'll finally have a nice relaxing day off. Though, with these three cats still around, I doubt they'll leave me alone. Liao, how about we go shopping today? Keep me company. After yesterday, I'd like to spend the day reading. Just as I expected. Who do you want to hang out with? Alright, I'm not going to stop this episode. Let's keep going. Who do you want to hang out with? Alright, so I've already spent it with Senpai, and I've already spent it with, was it Guardian Tiger? So I'm going to go Leopard this time. Wait, hold on. Go with Leopard, go with Senpai, stay at home. Oh, okay, because he's reading. My bad. I misinterpreted that. Alright. I'm hoping I'll get a chance to go with Senpai again, but I'm going to go with Leopard this time, just to see. If you're asking me to go out with you, can you tell me exactly where we plan to go? Dancing. Nice. Dancing? We don't really have practice today, though. It's the weekend. Teach. Teach you? What for? He goes quiet. Somehow I can't tell it's not because he can't answer. It's because he doesn't want to answer. Liao, I don't think you can get more from him. We don't have practice today, so there's no need to go, right? No, we go. This is all way too confusing. It's curious. This is the first time I've seen Leopard actually ask for something. So why is he insisting on going out today? It's okay, Senpai. I'm going with him. Liao, go shopping with me. We could go shopping anytime, right? He wants to do something with me right now. So you think whatever he wants is more interesting than shopping then? Honestly, I don't feel like shopping at all. Really? I mean, I did just go shopping with Guardian Tiger. I mean, it's not a clothes store, but still. Liao, you must not have any friends with that attitude. What? I have lots of friends in the club. Well, I'm Liao's friend. Go shopping with me. No. Aww. If anything, Senpai, I should punish you for spreading rumors about me. Fine. If Liao isn't gonna go out with me, I'll just go out by myself. No, he's crying. I didn't want that, but still. Senpai grabs his phone and starts hanging out immediately. It's so sudden I wouldn't be able to stop him even if I tried. Senpai slams the door. For just a moment, everything pauses. Is he actually mad at me? If I went to catch up with him now, that would totally be going along with his plan. I'm definitely not walking into his trap, so I decided to leave Senpai alone for now. Well, okay, you ready to go, Leopard? He's smiling. Yes, that's cute. Liao, I want to go with you. Why? You know why, don't you? I'll just worry that you're alone with that Abergine. But, looking back this week, Tiger and Leopard haven't gotten along at all. I don't want them to fight this weekend, too. Please don't be against him. I won't be happy if you two start fighting each other again. Other people can't see you two, so when we're out, I can't stop you two. Otherwise, people will think I'm crazy, like that time in class. How about I'll stay away from the Abergine, but no matter what you do, you can't leave my sight, alright? Well, I suppose that's fine. It'd be pointless to argue with you. Alright, let's go. I let out a small sigh, picking up my phone and wallet, and leave with the two big cats in tow. The Leopard has taken me to the mirror wall we use for club practice. There's nobody around because it's a weekend, so I should be safe to talk to them directly. Unless someone walks by, but you never know. Liao, what do you plan to do? I want to see what Leopard wants. So, Guardian Tiger, could you stand to the side? I'll call you if I need you. Fine. Remember, don't leave my sight. I must guard you. I nod my head in agreement. The tiger walks to the side and keeps his distance. It should be easier for me to talk with Leopard now. I relax and look towards the Leopard. Okay, where do you want to start? He said something about teaching. What can I teach him? Maybe the Aboriginal dance? I don't really think I'm confident on that. I did study lots of Aboriginal dances back when we were practicing for the performance. The basic movements of the Aboriginal dances are completely different from pop. To get my head around it, I have to start from the basics. Leopard walks to the center of the stage. He squats and stretches his legs, mimicking the warm-up movements we do at practice. So he does want me to teach me to dance. Are the Aboriginal warm-ups even the same? Teach me. Dance. He wants me to teach him, so he's not going to teach me? Teach me. Dance. I heard you, but why do you want to learn it? Help you. Help me? Well, what do you mean? How does that help me? Oh, he's conflicted. The leopard goes silent. I can't tell if he's trying hard to find the right words. Familiar. To familiarize yourself with dancing? Familiar. Your life. My life? I guess dance club is a huge part of my life. There's a lot of other things in my life, like school, for example. If you want to familiarize yourself with my life, why choose dancing first? Maybe it has something to do with helping me. The reason I met him was through traditional Rukai dancing. I need to let him know I wasn't actually in that performance, so it has nothing to do with me. Familiar. Then help you. So you want to help, but what can you do to help me? Help you. You thank me. Then go to Watai. So that's what this is about. He wouldn't be kidding about that. So what he's thinking is that if he helps me somehow, I'll go to Watai with him. Helping me is his choice, but I shouldn't expect to return the favor even if I don't want to, right? If he wants to help me, so be it. After that, I'll find some other way to pay him back. That should be good, hopefully. I want to try. Well, I can't stop you. Even if you end up helping me a lot, that doesn't mean I have to help you. You understand this, right? I won't try. His voice sounds certain. He's made up his mind. Judging by last week, once he sets his mind to something, no one can stop him. Also, I'd rather do as he wants for now rather than reject him outright. I'm only teaching him to dance after all. Anyways, it's a while before I need to decide whether to help him or not. Alright, if you insist, I'll be able to teach you pop-style dance moves. They're different to Aboriginal dance moves, so they might be unfamiliar to you. You sure you want to try? I want try. You can't just say the same thing over again, even if it works. Okay, let's start. I start with my warm-up. Then I try to teach him some basic movements. He learns really fast. His body's pretty fit too. Wait, can you even say that he has a body? Anyways, after just a few tries, he gets most of the moves down, even the backflip. After watching his graceful movements for a while, we move on to some more advanced moves. He nails them. No matter the cartwheel or b-boy move, he does them all perfectly. He's so dashing. Meanwhile, I'm exhausted. After all, he's a god. Now that I think about it, can't he just float in the air? These moves wouldn't be hard for him at all. As a spirit, no one would see him. Even then, his dance moves are so precise. It takes me so long to get near his level. Way to make me feel worthless. Forget it. I can't compare myself to a god. Who am I to do that? Noticing me sitting down, the leopard stops and comes to me. I fan myself dramatically to let him know I'm resting. He nods and then stands next to me. For a moment then, he leaves without saying anything. Hey, where are you going? I want to stop him, but I'm too tired to bother. I see him walk down the hallway and go up the stairs before leaving my sight. Wow. Okay, just ditch me then. Wow, so sudden. I wonder what he's off to. He'll probably be back soon. Even then, in some ways, I guess that would be easier if I did leave. I return my focus to my breathing. I'll work out what he's up to later. Sometime later, the leopard comes back to the hallway, holding 2 cans in his paws. Wait, cans? Aren't they floating in the air right now? I rush over to him to make sure no one can see them, taking the cans off him. A girl passes through the hallway, gives a suspicious look. I look embarrassed, and that's enough for her to leave without paying attention. Hey, what are you doing? I drag him over to the chairs and put the cans down on them. For you. That's so sweet, but it's so alarming. He points to the cans. So, are they for me? You didn't have to, you know. This is kind of embarrassing. Did he have any money? And what if someone saw him? I sigh. I don't really want to know. I really don't know what to do with this guy. He bought these just for me. I can't refuse his kindness. I take one ready to open it, embarrassed all the while. This is a can of coffee and it's hot. Although it's cold today, I'm still hot from all the exercise. It may not be the best, but at least it's something. I smile and take a few more sips. Luckily, it's not too hot. So what about the other one? Is that for himself? Thanks. So is that one yours? No. No? Well, why'd you get 2 then? 2 dropped. Oh, that makes sense. That's pretty good luck. So, do you want to drink this one? 1 can is plenty for me. I really couldn't drink another one. I'd end up with too much liquid in my stomach to dance. The leopard picks up the can of coffee. I watch him carefully. He doesn't seem to know how to open it. Right, he probably hasn't opened a can before. I'll need to show him. I take my empty can and make a pulling motion where the ring would be, then bring the can to my mouth as if to drink it. He repeats my motions, getting a claw in the ring, pulling it off, and then... Wait, Liao, what are you doing? For some reason, the tiger is rushing over to us. I look back towards the leopard. Good, he worked out how to drink the coffee. Oh. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's adorable! I hear a wet splattering sound and then realize about half of the coffee is gone for Leopard and spilt on the floor below his feet. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm an idiot. Of course that would happen. He doesn't have a real body. It's just a waste. Liao, you do know he'll only need to consume the chi, right? As gods, we do not need to imitate how humans eat. As you see, this drink doesn't have a straw, so all I need to do is this. The guardian tiger puts his paw above the can, then the liquid starts to float up from the opening of his palm, being absorbed into him. As demonstrated, I can drink the coffee. However, as it's still there, you'll have to drink it later. Right, I'll have to drink it regardless. You should really have gotten used to this by now, correct? I have. After all, I've been offering every one of my meals to either Leopard or Guardian Tiger recently. I've even been offered him many drinks before. The difference there is, the cafeteria always provides straws in them, so they could always decide to drink them like a human would. I didn't even think about it this time. Yeah, well, I might as well have the rest. I take the half-empty can of coffee from Leopard. Sorry. Oh, he's so sad. It's not your fault. It's mine for being such an idiot. Everything's okay. I'll have the rest of it. It's pointless to worry over spilt coffee. Fortunately, the tiles are dark, so there won't be any stains, unlike the white tiles near the mirror floor. It may only be half a can, but it's more than I'd want to drink right now. But it's better to be too full than to let food go to waste. Regardless, I sit back in the chair and continue resting. Resting here with the company of Leopard and Guardian Tiger in the fuzzy spring sunlight. Eventually the silence becomes awkward, so I try to make some conversation. So, Mr. Leopard, why did you come to me? You gave me this ability to see you, so you must have some reason or plans, right? Ask help? What do you want me to help with? Are there any issues with your tribe? And do you need me for it? He starts to think. Whether he's trying to think up what to say or just a Mandarin to say it, I don't know. He remains frowning in silence for a long time. Need talk. Talk? With me? Someone need talk with me. So there's someone who needs to talk to you? Okay, I understand. So you need a person who can communicate with the spirits. Like an oracle? Right, oracle. So you want me to be your oracle. It's similar to being a Jatong after all. Why me? I'm not part of the Rukai. Doesn't your tribe have their own oracle? Hasn't been for a long time. So basically it's a similar situation back home. But even if you need someone to help you, isn't it a bit forward to ask a Jatong like me? I'm way too young to be an oracle, right? In my family we worship Han gods, so wouldn't that make it even more odd to ask me? I don't know. You worship Han god. Well, fair. You wouldn't have been able to tell. Now you know that my family worships Mazu. Would it not be appropriate for me to be your oracle? Even if I wanted to, I doubt your people would accept a person from a different race to be their oracle. You hear what he said, so just give up. How ridiculous is it to let a Jatong be an oracle? Alright, Tiger, you should let him speak for himself. The leopard remains silent for some time. My people not let know? That isn't okay. Unacceptable. Lying would just cause your trouble, especially if the truth got out someday. But it required. Why? If it's something urgent, I can help you contact with your people, and once that's done, I can be on my way and there won't be any issues. No, a long time. Oh, okay. Still, I've already said there's no promise for me to help you. I don't want you to waste your time staying with me. You're free to leave if you want, so even if I don't help you now, are you still going to stay with me? The clouded leopard nods his head with conviction. I stay. Help you. Wait for when you help me. So the Abergine is... Okay, fair enough. I sigh. It's not easy to get this guy to give up, is it? I don't have another choice but to work with him for now. Guess I'll just have to wait and see how things turn out. At this point, I've had enough rest, so I stand and get ready to go back home into practice. Alright, let's go. We dance until we run out of energy. We keep on practicing together till I'm exhausted and my body aches. If I'm not wrong, the back of it looks like it's slightly open. Hey, Leopard, you paid for the coffee, right? Liao, he's the spirit. How else do you think he got it? Just let it be. Oh, yeah. I decide to ignore it and go home. Oh, he's reading a book! After that weekend, my new college life living with these three spiritual cats officially began. I come and go from school as usual, but for the most part, my life has been turned on its head. I mean, I've never wanted an ordinary, boring life, but I know for a fact no other college student has to deal with this. I tried my best to keep things normal, but people still catch me talking to the air sometimes, and, well, those rumors aren't great. I didn't have many friends at school, and now it's getting worse. Luckily, I can handle classes by myself. As far as club goes, the only members still don't buy that there's nothing going on between me and Senpai. I don't even bother talking to him on it anymore. I've just learned to be okay with it. After all, getting rid of Senpai is mission impossible. However, I still can't say living with the cats is something I've gotten used to. My little room isn't big enough to leave any in privacy. I do have psychological needs, you know. But all in all, there's nothing else I can do but try and survive this. Besides, it's not like anything is to hate about it. I mean, it's hard not to find some enjoyment in being with three hot guys all the time, right? That day, I was going to the bookstore to see if there were any new books. Senpai had a class, so I went alone. Of course, Guardian Tiger was with me, but Clouded Leopard left as soon as I could start looking at the books. I guess leopards have no interest in books. They probably can't even read Chinese. So it was just Tiger and I browsing about the literature section as usual. I was looking for a certain collection of short stories, but I couldn't see it on the shelves, so I just kept looking around for any interesting thing. I checked some book covers, but none struck me as interesting, so I kept browsing into a corner shop that I hadn't browsed much before. Liao, I want to go check over there. Guardian Tiger suddenly seemed very interested in a bookcase over there, so I went over to see what he was curious about. What's this? Textbooks? I was surprised that Tiger would want to read these school textbooks. I thought they were all boring and expensive. This is a book on mobile phones, huh? This one is a tutorial on computing systems. I always see you're using computers, so I'm curious how these electronics work. Okay, let me see. It took a while, but I finally found a book about the development of the computer. Flipping some pages seemed to have some chapters on computer history, the development of the internet, and other such topics. I'm not sure how much Guardian Tiger understands physics, but the explanations inside are written as entertaining stories. It just shouldn't be that hard to get the gist of it. Read this one first, and if you like it, I'll try and find more for you. Okay. Guardian Tiger reached for the book and pulled out his chi, then flipped a few pages. Not a bad book, eh, Leo? Did you find the one you're looking for? Not yet. I'll keep looking for a bit. So I'll just go over and flip through this one for now. Okay. Guardian Tiger took the book over to a table and sat down to focus on reading. I turned back to the literature section to pick out a book too, because I promised Senpai that I'd wait for his class to end and walk back together. So if I don't read something, I'll have a really boring wait. I started reading my book, sometimes glancing over to see how Tiger was doing with his. By the time I finished reading half, he was already almost done. Could it be that his book has less words than mine? Guardian Tiger finished his book and hopped over to grab another from the shelf. I was busy reading that one I chose, waiting for Senpai to call. It worked out nicely that he called right when I was about done reading. Senpai, I'm just about done with this book. I'll be over in 5 minutes. Okay, I'll wait for you at the cafeteria. I quickly finished reading at the end of the story. It was actually written quite well. I took a moment to ponder my feelings with the book, not even noticing Tiger was still there reading. It seems like he just started reading another book. Guardian Tiger, it's time to go. Oh, okay. Guardian Tiger heard that it was time to leave and obediently closed the book in his paws, but then I could tell that he still wished to keep reading. You only just started looking at this one, so why not buy it and keep reading later? Can we? I asked Guardian Tiger to show me which book he was reading and looked at the price. It was not cheap. This price is a bit If it's that expensive, then we shouldn't buy it. But I can see his disappointment. Help Guardian Tiger buy the book. Buy and don't buy. Alright everyone, I think that does it for this episode. If you liked what you're seeing, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to. This has been Nekojishi. I'm Brynosaurus-rex, and I will see you in the next episode.